Boris Johnson says he has accepted full responsibility for the findings of Sue Gray's Partygate report, but insists he will stay on as British Prime Minister. Parties going on well past midnight, and excessive drinking of alcohol and a lack of respect for cleaning and security staff working at Downing Street were just some of the revelations to come from that report.
A toast that was to take months of his premiership, a Prime Minister found to have broken the law and perhaps the trust of his party and public too. An excoriating report full of damning detail. Grim reading then for this PM. At the heart of his government, it said there were failures of leadership and judgement, an inappropriate and excessive consumption of alcohol, a lack of respect for cleaning and security staff, and private messages between staff joking they'd got away with it. Out of the bunker to face the noise, heading to Parliament to make yet another apology.
I want to begin today by renewing my apology to the House, to the whole country, and I also want to say, Mr. Speaker, above all, that I take full responsibility for everything that took place on my watch.
But this a qualified apology, a PM still on the defence, insistent the events he attended were for the purposes of work.
I'm happy to set on the record now that when I said, I came to this House and said in all sincerity that the rules and guidance would be followed at all times, it was what I believed to be true.
But the Labour leader, himself the subject of a police investigation, clear-eyed.
That report lays bare the rot that under this Prime Minister has spread in Number 10. And it provides definitive proof of how those within the building treated the sacrifices of the British people with utter contempt.
But moving forward will depend on the support of his MPs, and another one today called on the Prime Minister to resign, taking the total to 16. And this one doesn't sound far off either. Is he still the vote winner you need for the Conservative Party?
I am struck today by a number of colleagues who are really concerned that it's almost impossible for the Prime Minister to say at one stage, I want to move on, and the public wants to move on, and yet we haven't regained the public trust.
Tonight, the PM on his way back to Downing Street, having addressed a group of his backbenchers, he wants to move on. The jury out on whether, in the end, they'll let him. Beth Rigby, Sky News, Westminster.